in 2023. To bring young people into farming, we have revitalized the 4K and Young Farmers Clubs to interest and introduce our children to agriculture. This administration has also invested more than 2.2 billion in the promotion and financing of agribusiness entrepreneurs and supported initiatives such as incubation and project management that will be undertaken across Kenya, and farmers will be trained along the way. On this 61st Mandaraka Day, ladies and gentlemen, we join the people of Bungoma and Kenyans of goodwill and Friends of Kenya to acknowledge the contribution that food chain value actors have made towards the country's food, nutritional, and economic needs. The food value chain actors who exhibited their goods and services in the run-up to this celebration include outstanding individuals, input suppliers, and service providers, farmer producer organizations and cooperative societies, other service providers in digitally enabled agriculture, financial institutions supporting agribusiness, research institutions, food processing entities, ambassadors of our development partners, and insurance companies, which have helped us strengthen the bottom up over the last 12 months. Kenya's farmers have made remarkable progress in their efforts to make safe, nutritious, and sufficient food available to every citizen all year round. Since December 2023, through collective efforts and determination to increase household food stocks and improve food production, we have stabilized the country's food security situation. Ladies and gentlemen, arid and semi-arid lands cover over 80% of Kenya and hold about 60% of our livestock population. Approximately 14.6 million Kenyans who live in ASALs derive their livelihoods primarily from livestock sector, which contributes 12% to the country's GDP and employs 50% of agricultural labor force. ASALs and the livestock sector are therefore critical to the nation's food security and economy. To actualize the bottom-up economic transformation agenda in relation to the livestock sector, the government is focusing on commercializing and reforming the sector and improving livestock performance. Our commercialization agenda has given priority to leather, dairy, and red meat value chains under projects like the Livestock Commercialization Project, which supports 110,000 vulnerable youth and women-led livestock-dependent households in 10 counties around Kenya. The project has developed solar-powered boreholes and water pumps, rehabilitated several livestock markets and slaughterhouses, bred thousands of animals, provided agricultural equipment, pasture and fodder seeds, and trained the youth in animal health in different parts and many counties in the Republic of Kenya. We are invested in developing our leather subsector to support competitive export industries supporting many thriving enterprises and households. In this connection, we have committed to implement strategies aimed at increasing incomes from 15 billion to 120 billion a year, multiplying job opportunities from 17,000 to 100,000, and raising annual footwear production from the current 8 million shoes to 36 million pairs, worth 72 billion by 2027. I have made this commitment that shortly we will not be importing shoes from anywhere. We will be wearing our own shoes, made in Kenya, using our own leather. It is essential to our strategy that we transform the leather value chain from one driven by exports of raw material and semi-processed products to a sophisticated industry manufacturing internationally competitive finished leather and leather products, thus mopping up all the 3 million hides and 18 million skins produced every year. We are developing local capacity to handle hides and skins to provide quality raw material, tanning as well as the local manufacturing of finished leather goods such as shoes, bags, belts, and others. Financially, our commitments are as follows. Kenya shillings 400 million has been allocated to upgrade the Ewaso Nyiro South Development Authority's leather factory. 200 million of the funds will be used to acquire modern equipment. Kenya shillings 100 million to build a footwear factory, and Kenya shillings 100 million to mop up hides and skins in different counties. Machinery for increasing processing capacity at factory has already been procured and installed. To supply quality hides and skins, 700 flayers have been trained and subsidized flaying equipment provided to 680 slaughter points around the country. At the same time, construction of the Kenya Leather Industrial Park at Kenanie, Machakos County is 85% complete. This park will have a common affluent treatment plant, 2 tanneries, 2 leather manufacturing plants, and 100 acres for investors to set up leather factories by the end of this year. In the dairy sector, we are committed to enhancing annual milk production from 5.1 billion liters to 10 billion liters by 2027, raising the market share of processed and formally marketed milk from 30% to 50%. This will lead to an increase of processed milk exports of 1 billion liters a year by 2027. The value of processed milk increased by 7.5% from 755 million liters in 2022 to 812 million liters in 2023. Kenya shilling 600 million was released last week to new KCC to pay farmers promptly as part of the buildup of the Milk Revolving Fund, which is estimated to be 3 billion shillings by the end of this financial year. The government's 6-point plan for the dairy industry covers, among others, installing milk coolers in dairy cooperatives, providing tax incentives, reducing trade barriers, and establishing a dairy stabilization revolving fund to manage milk surpluses and deficits, and prompting higher national milk consumption to improve health, especially the growth and development of our children. The government's intervention in the red meat value chain are similarly robust and have led to an increase